Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. We got a really cool build for you today. We have the Hot Wheels Beach Bomb. Now there's a lot of history with this car. It was only produced in Hong Kong, and initially it came as a rear loader for the surfboards. Now when Hot Wheels tested this out with one of the new options for the tracks called a supercharger, this car did not perform very well because it was too narrow. So Hot Wheels redesigned it and came up with the version you see on the screen there called the side loader, or at least that's what it was nicknamed. Well, we're going to go through and take this car apart and we're going to restore it to its original condition, but we're going to do a color change. We're going to paint this Beach Bomb Windex blue. Let's get started. Here I've already got the bus drilled apart, and they were called a bus. There was part of an old surfboard there that fell out of it, that when they pulled it out, the little side slots were a little bit too tight, kind of like there, and it peeled out. So we're not going to use these surfboards again because they're pretty chewed up. The body's in pretty good shape. We're going to have to drill the posts out and put some screws in there. But that's looking pretty good overall. Its paint's faded really bad. Here's the base. It's really heavily oxidized, so we're going to have to give that a lime away in water bath. And we'll get that cleaned up. Change the wheels out. That'll be cool. Here's the glass. Now the glass is blue, but these things, again, were only produced in Hong Kong. So we should be able to clean that up. We probably won't even have to use it or dip it in the Gauzy or the Pledge Revive. Interior is looking pretty good. We'll go ahead and we'll clean that up and put that back as it is. But everything else is looking pretty good. We'll get some new surfboards, like I said, and I already got some in stock, so we'll be able to replace those right away. Here's the body. We're going to dip it in the embalming fluid. And then we'll place it on the tray and let it set for a while. I used to leave the bodies inside the citrus strip, but I did notice that if I put them on a tray where I can see it, I can look and see if the paint has been peeling off or it's all wrinkled and ready to come off. Then I tend to get to it quicker.
A little later.
Once we cleaned it up from stripping the paint off, we cleaned it up and polished it with flitz and got the really nice shine there. Now we're going to spray it down with Windex blue. And then before we did that, we scrubbed it down with some degreaser and cleaned it up really nice. I try and get all the hard to reach places first, inside the fender wells and inside the body itself. Then I put a light mist coat over the entire vehicle. I try and get the entire side and not just little spots here and there. I try and do a complete stroke of the length of the vehicle, the top, the front, etc., to make sure everything is covered evenly. Just as if you were painting a real car. So like I said, we're going to get this tack coat on here. And once we get it down, we're going to let it set for approximately 10 minutes. And let that tack up and let it start to harden. That way there, when you go to spray more paint onto it, it has something to hold on to. Or like I've said in other videos, it gives it a tooth to bite on. And it allows you to put a little bit heavier coat of paint on later. We've let it set for about 10 minutes. Now we're going to come back in and hit it with a little bit heavier coats. Now again, you still want to go the entire length of the body of the vehicle and spray it down and get really nice coverage of the color. Now one thing to remember with these Spectraflame paints is the more paint you put on, the darker the color is going to get. And it's a see-through paint. But if you keep putting layers of the same color on there, it's going to mask the color before it and it's going to disappear, or it's going to get darker. Okay? We'll let that set overnight. Here we've got the base and we're soaking it in a mixture of lime away and water. And it's pretty corroded underneath there, so we're definitely going to have to get in there with a scrub brush and scrub it down, or at least in this case, a brass brush. You can definitely see that that lime away is working. You can look at the bubbles that are coming up there. I do like the lime away in water. You can use CLR, which stands for calcium, lime, and rust. Pretty much any type chemical that'll work. You just have to water it down. You don't want to do full strength. Let's move on. If you leave the base in the lime away too long, this is what happens. Now, as I told you before, if you leave it in too long, it'll leave the base black. Well, here's an example of what happens, and there's your tip today from your Uncle Paulie. Now it's time to change out the wheels. I put my thumb on either side of the wheel and I push firmly. Now, if you feel a lot of resistance or the wheel seems really sloppy, stop what you're doing and cut the wheel off. Now, I try and save the wheels when I can, but the bearings are a little bit more important to save because you can always get a replacement wheel, but the bearings are tough. Now, I do have replacement bearings, and I'll get into that in a future video, and it's really easy to do, and it's something you can do if you have a problem or you want to convert another car to Hot Wheels Redline wheels, but we'll get into that soon. I put brand new tires on there from the Redline shop, and they've got everything that you can think of to help you restore your old Redlines. Use your tool that I also got from the Redline shop, put it in between the bearing and the base, and push it on with your thumb, the wheel. And they'll sit on there and they'll fit nice and firm, and you'll be ready to go. We'll twist it and straighten up the axle a little bit. Now it's time to clean the windshield. We're using this Meguiar's Plastex, and you can get this stuff at my Amazon Marketplace page, and there's a link to it in the comments section of this video. Now the windshield here, or the glass, is in pretty good shape overall. All we're going to do is polish it. We're not going to have to dip it in the gauzy to shine it up, because it's polishing up really, really nice. I was kind of worried I was going to have to get a replacement windshield. Yeah, I'm pretty happy I'm not going to have to replace the windshield here. That's looking really nice. If I can keep my knockhorse fingers on there and quit putting fingerprints on it, we'll be a lot better off. Make sure you get all the windows so it's shined as equally as you possibly can. Looking good. Yeah, that's definitely going to turn out nice. There it is. Let's go ahead and move on. We got all the parts together now. Here's the body. Man, did that paint job turn out good. We're going to touch up the taillights in the back with a red paint pen. Here's the base, all cleaned up. We scrubbed it in the lime away in water, and we replaced all the wheels. Put some new meats on there. The glass is looking good. We got aftermarket surfboards that we got from the Redline shop. And we got the interior. Let's put it all together and see what we did.
I love how the moonlight shines over the mausoleum.
And here's what we started with. This Hot Wheels Beach Bomb. Now, if you can come across these and you get them for a decent price, my hat's off to you. These things are stupid expensive if you buy them off of eBay. So if you can find them at a flea market or an antique store where you can get it for a good price, good for you, because they're really hard to come across, because you're going to pay easily over $80 to $90 for these, if not over $100 with no issue. I happened to get this fairly cheap, and I was lucky, and I scooped it up. But We took it apart, we changed the color, we put brand new wheels on it, we polished up the base and cleaned that up. We put aftermarket surfboards on there. We got rid of the oxidation on the base, and we made it look really nice. And here's what we came to. Look at that beautiful Spectre Flame paint, that Windex blue. We got the brand new surfboards from the Redline shop. We also got the brand new wheels from the Redline shop, along with that beautiful Windex blue Spectre Flame paint. Now, if I needed to get a new windshield, they also sell those there too. To do your restorations and like that, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write something in the contacts. I read every single contact or every comment in the bottom. I promise you I do. I might not answer all of them, but I do read every single one. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me through the comments, and I'll get back to you. I promise I will. This, I've been waiting to do this one. This is definitely going in my collection. One of those doors that I seal up. Join the team. You'll be helping my channel by helping me with supplies. This is where the donations go when you contribute to my Patreon page. Now, what you receive in return is you'll see videos at least a day or more in advance. You'll receive personal advice from me about your own diecast hobby. I'll be available for video one-on-one help. We'll do prize drawings once a month. There'll be exclusive customs offers only available to members, and many, many more offers. Check out the link in the comment section of this video. I'd like to thank my Grim Reaper level guys, William K7 Robinson and Dale Johnson. Mortician level, Jake Rademacher, Ray Berger, Air Warrior Coffee Company, Ricky Montalvo, Jason Warren, and Sam Pascal. Funeral Director level, Double B's Customs, the Diecast Sheriff, Dave Christensen, and Ryan Goldstein moves up to Funeral Director level. Check out Double B Customs' new YouTube page, and also check out the YouTube page for the Diecast Sheriff. Gravedigger level, Aaron Murphy, Leroy, Andrew Hitchens, John Sellers, check out his YouTube page. Bob DeNice down there in southern Florida, Les Jenkins, Trevor DeViz, Grizz Flowers, check out Big Paw Garage YouTube page. Chris Decker, Keith Kripe, Johnny Hicks and my friend William, Stacy Wright, Richie Ramos, Michael Oxley, and John Homan. Please, thank you gentlemen so much. I appreciate it more than you know. Pallbearer level, Gary Tasker and Mr. Daryl Bagtell, who moves up a notch up to the pallbearer level. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your donations and your time. Hearse driver level, Jim Silva, check out his YouTube page. Richard over at Michio Woods Garage, he's got a Facebook page that sells Hot Wheels. Please check him out if you're looking for something special. Mr. Ronald Raby, he just started a YouTube page. We'll have something new and exciting on him very soon. Tony Hughes over in the UK, thank you, sir. Mr. Wade Hendricks, Stephen Terrence, the Diecast Pirate, Pin Tony, Scott Turner, Pete Langford, and new member Mr. Joe Pierce. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Join the team today. The link is in the comments. Please check it out. Anything you can do is a big help to the Diecast Graveyard page. Thank you so much for your time. This video was brought to you by the Redline Shop. The Redline Shop offers a complete line of decals, tools to take your car apart, put them back together, replacement hoods, replacement glass, those beautiful Redline tires, and of course the world famous Spectre Flame paints. Fantastic products. The Redline Shop at www.redlineshop.com, where Redlines come to life. Thank you for joining me here today on Diecast Graveyard. It's been a lot of fun and I've really enjoyed this restoration. We got a lot of things coming up in the near future. We're going to start inviting subscribers and people to start doing the Four Horsemen build-offs. which is really cool. I can't wait to see what some of you folks come up with, but there'll be more on that in the very near future. My name is Paul with Diecast Graveyard, and I want to say thank you again. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you have any comments, just leave them there, and please give the video a thumbs up. Everybody have a great day, and cheers.